Hello grade 8s. We are looking at chapter 12, decimal fractions, and in this video we will be doing addition and subtraction. So there are two rules. The first rule is that we must line up the decimal when we write the numbers underneath each other. Remember, we do addition and subtraction in column method. Once the comma is lined up, then we fill in the digits to the left and to the right of each number to make sure that the comma stays where it is, underneath each other. So I've cheated. I know what the answers are. So I have drawn my grid lines over here. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing this for the examples, you know you don't have to do it when you do normal addition and subtraction. The reason why I have decided to do this is because I want you to clearly see that we are keeping the numbers underneath each other. So we have a plus sum, a minus sum, and a BODMAS sum, where we mix the two together. In the first one, we've got 26,314 plus 3,72. So we write the first number in the columns. So I've got 2, 6, comma. You see I put the comma in its own column. 3, 1, 4. And now the second number, you are going to put the comma in first, underneath the other comma. Right, then everything to the left we write, so there's a 3, and everything to the right, 7 and a 2. All right, now in our answer, the comma will be in exactly the same place. Now the second rule that we have to take into account, and we put a plus, right? Because we're plussing. The second rule you have to take into account is that, do you see that in the second number there is a space here, there is no digit underneath the 4. So what happens in this case is we are going to fill up that space with a 0. Okay, like so. And now we're going to add. 4 plus 0 is 4. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. So we put a 0 down and we carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. Plus 3 is 0 again. Carry a 1. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So our final answer here is 30,034. Okay, now we're going to do our minus sum, subtraction. I write the first number, 3, 1, 8. Then I line up my comma in the second one. Everything on the left we fill in. There I've got a 2. And everything on the right I fill in. 7, 1, 3. Now, do you see that we had in this one, we had to fill in the 0 over here. But now in the second one, we have a space open on top. Again, the rule applies that all the decimals must be full. So in this empty space, we're going to put a 0. And now we minus. I can't do 0 minus 3, so I must go and borrow. 8 turns to a 7, and now we have 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. 1 minus 7 we cannot do, so we go across to the next one and we borrow. The 3 becomes a 2, making the 1 now an 11. 11 minus 7 is 4, and then the comma, and 2 minus 2 is 0. And we have discussed that you can't leave nothing in front of a decimal, and therefore there is a 0 in front of the comma. So the answer to this subtraction sum is 0,467. Right, now, do you see that we have got a BODMAS sum? Okay, and in BODMAS, you know we have to do brackets first. That means that this piece we have to plus first. Once we have an answer for it, then we're going to say that one minus the answer. You need to please be very good at your BODMAS order. Okay, so the first one is we're going to do addition. We write 6, 6, and we are adding 2, 0, 1, 4. We are plussing. Again, make sure your decimal is lined up. And in the answer, we will have the decimal, the comma. 2 spaces are open here, so what do? We fill them up with zeros. Okay, and now we can plus. 0 plus 4 is 4. 0 plus 1 is 1. 6 plus 0 is 6. And 6 plus 2 is 8. So now, this is the answer. 8,614 is the answer to this. So according to our BODMAS, we now minus the 12,75 minus the answer we just got. Okay, so we're going to write 12,75. We line up the comma. Everything on the left gets written in. Everything on the right gets written in. Okay, we fill up spaces in the decimal with zeros. And now we minus. We can't do 0 minus 4, so we go and borrow. 5 becomes 4, and the 0 is now a 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. 7 minus 6 is 1. The decimal. 2 minus 8 we can't do, so we borrow. There's now nothing left there, and we now have 12. 12 minus 8 is 4 and 0, so that space will then be left open. So after we've done our plus, we then take that answer and we minus it from the 12,75. So our answer here is 4,136. Okay, so these are the standard addition and subtraction sums that you will have to do. Number 1 rule, line up your decimals. Number 2 rule is after the comma, make sure that all the spaces are filled in with zeros. Okay, chapter 12, exercise 2, those 5 sums, that is what would be expected of you in order to complete your exercise.